What's going on, everybody? Make sure you check down in the description below so you can find out how to get entered into my Road to 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Also, how to purchase a SmallTown Collectibles comic book mystery box and get a discount code over at Street Level Hero LA so that you can get 10% off your order and raise some money for a great cause. What is going on, everybody? It is another beautiful day here in the hills of Eastern Kentucky, and today we're going to talk about comic books on a budget. So we're going to talk about the books that you should be looking for on New Comic Book Day, September 8th, 2021, if you're on a $25 budget. So let's get started. I'm Jimmy Don Kerr, and this is the SmallTown Collectibles YouTube channel. Before we jump into the books this week, I want to ask you, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscription button right now. Turn on that notification bell so that you get notified when I put out new content. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment below and let me know what you think about this content. Alright, so started this series last week, comic books on a budget, and the idea behind it is can't buy everything, right? And if you're on a budget but you love comic books, what books should you be looking for on New Comic Book Day? And, you know, there's various reasons to buy the books. Some for spec value, so that you may be able to, you know, move them down the road to purchase some other books that you want. What are good reads? You know, just various reasons, right? Because like I said, I do the first appearance and key issues every day, or every week, and I list 25 books. There's no way you can afford all those. So let's jump into our list this week, and we're going to start with a book from Marvel, and that's Extreme Carnage Toxin #1. Cover price of this book is $3.59, and this book features Toxin, the symbiote Toxin, with host Bryn Walters. Now, Bryn Walters' first appearance was over in Planet of the Symbiotes #3, and I think this is a good book. I just think there's real good spec value in this book because I think Bryn Walters is going to be a character that Marvel kind of expands on in future titles. So yeah, I think this one is more for spec than anything, because if he becomes a recurring character, becomes a bigger character, you know, down the road, then this is going to be a good book to have along with that Planet of the Symbiotes #3. So as I said, cover price on this book is $3.59. We take that away from our $25 starting budget. We got $21.50 left. So what are we going to buy next? And that is Nice House on the Lake #4, the current James Tynion book. One of the hottest books out there. It is a phenomenal read, and it's a book I think you ought to be checking out as far as reading it. Not too far gone in the story yet to know, and you might have the ability to pick some of these others up, you know, either online or in a trade. But Nice House on the Lake #4, I think it has good spec value down the road as well. It's such a hot title. I think you're going to see it be similar to like what is Something is Killing the Children is doing, another Tynion book, and you know, Tynion's on a roll right now. So cover price on this one is $3.59 as well. Take that away, we've got $17.91 left to spend. So what else are we going to buy? And that book comes from Dark Horse, and that is The Last Flight Out #1. The synopsis on this is, it says, with the Earth rendered uninhabitable, humanity has chosen to evacuate the stars. But with just 24 hours left until the last arc designed to evacuate Earth's residents, and it leaves forever, its designer's estranged daughter goes missing. So this is another book that I think has good spec potential. This sounds like, if you ever watched that show, The 100, I mentioned this in the first appearances and key issues video. If you ever watched that show on Netflix, or I think it was actually just on the CW or something originally, called The 100, this is basically a story about, you know, Earth becoming inhabitable and them leaving. The 100, Earth was already uninhabitable and they were coming back to it, you know, hundreds of years later. So this almost kind of sounds like the beginning of that story, and I could very well see this becoming like a TV series, maybe a Netflix show, maybe something that you see on the CW similar to what the 100 was. But yeah, I think The Last Flight Out #1 would be a great pickup, you know, like I said, for spec value, etc. Something maybe you can sell down the road, and I think it's probably going to end up being a pretty good read. So cover price on this book is $3.59. Take that away, we've got $14.32. So we've gotten 3 books, and we still got $14.32. So what do we buy next? And for me, I think the Me You Love in the Dark #1 second print from Image. This is the Scotty Young book. The first book was very popular. I did give it a read, and I thought it was great. Second printings, of course, don't have the same print run generally as the first prints do. So this one will be a little more rare, and I think it holds some value down the road. So the cover price on this book is $3.59. Take that away from our previous total, we still got $10.73 to spend. What are we going to jump on next? I'm going to go with Black Manta #1. All right, cover price on this book is $3.59. And the synopsis reads, the Black Manta is chasing a rare metal with incredible powers, and he's not the only one who wants to get his hands on it. Friend and foe alike, Torrid is a former ally who has escaped hell literally to answer the call of the metal, but can Manta trust her? Hopefully so, because he might need her help to fend off Devil Ray, a new competitor for the role of the biggest villain underwater. So you get a couple of first appearances here. This Black Manta story comes off last week's Aquaman's 80th anniversary. If you didn't read that, it was really good. And there was a bunch of short stories in there, and this book kind of comes off of that. A couple of Black Manta stories in there. So this comes off of that, and I think this could be a fun read. I don't know that it necessarily has any spec value, but it is a good jump-off point, for a new title, and Black Manta is a fun villain in the Aquaman lore. Like I said, cover price on this book is $3.59. Take that away from our total. We got $7.14 left. What else can we buy? So for me, that would be May's book, #1 from Dark Horse. The cover on this is $5.39, and it's from the book comes from New York Times best-selling and Eisner Award-winning Black Hammer creator Jeff Lemire. The synopsis reads, a lonely building inspector still grieving the loss of his puzzle-loving daughter receives a mysterious phone call one night from a girl claiming it's her and that she's trapped in the middle of a labyrinth. Convinced that this child is contacting him from beyond this world, he uses an unfinished maze from one of her journals and a map of the city to trace an intricate path through a different plane of reality on an intense and melancholy adventure to bring his daughter back home. The only way out is in. So I think this sounds good. You got Jeff Lemire on this, great writer. And I like the premise of the story. Guy's lost his daughter. He thinks his daughter's contacted him through this maze, and he's going to use, her journal and that maze and try to find her. So I think that is a heartwarming story. As a father of daughters, that kind of speaks to me as well. And again, it's another book that you could see a TV show being made from. So you're not only going to get a good read, but you got some potential spec value as well down the road to maybe move the book to buy something else that you want, maybe an older key that you're looking for. So the $5.39 cover price, you take that away, that leaves us with $1.75. So we were essentially able to pick up 6 books for our $25, and I think we got some good choices there. We got some great stories. We've got some potential spec value. I think those are solid choices on New Comic Book Day. Now, I do want to throw in, I guess, what I would call like an honorable mention book to this. And if your LCS is like mine and they give you a discount when you shop there, mine gives me 15% off. So for the purposes of this honorable mention book, I'm going to throw this out there that your LCS gives you 15% off. That would save you around $3.50. You've got $1.75 less, so that leaves you $5.25. So you could probably grab one more book. And if you're going to grab that book, what would it be from an honorable mention standpoint? I'm going to go with Khazar, Lord of the Savage Land #1. Now, the biggest reason I'm going with this book is because of the backup story in the issue. And that backup story commemorates the 20th anniversary of 9/11 with Captain America and Spider-Man revisiting Ground Zero. The story's titled The 4 Fives, a reference to an honor given to firefighters who died in the line of duty. And this book is written by Joe Quesada and illustrated by John Romita Jr., the same creative team who released the Amazing Spider-Man #36 9/11 issue. So I would grab this if I had some extra money. I would grab this for that story. I don't necessarily think it has real spec value, but it is a story I'd like to read. And with the 20th anniversary of 9/11 coming up, might be a cool book to have. And if you're going to grab one with this backup story, there's a couple of these books out there that have the backup story in it. Grab this one because it does have a first cameo appearance in it, and you get the debut of some new powers for Khazar. So if your comic book shop's like mine, you get that discount. You can purchase one more book. Maybe consider Khazar, Lord of the Savage Land, #1. All right, guys, that is it for our new Comic Book Day books on a budget. Hope you enjoyed it, found it informative, and I hope it helps you make some choices on new Comic Book Day. Of course, everybody has different preferences, to what they read and what they purchase, but I kind of think that the list I've provided here kind of gives you a roundabout if you don't really know what to buy and you're looking for some long-term spec value plus some good reads. I think these books kind of fit that bill. So, of course, as I always like to say at the end of this video, you got to do your own research. It's your money. Don't go over your budget. Stay within that $25 budget. Can't be spending the mortgage money for comic books. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you found it informative. Remember to check the description down below for the Road to 1,000 subscriber giveaway, as well as the SmallTown Comics comic book mystery box and the 10% off code with Street Level Hero LA, where we're raising some money for the American Cancer Society. If you haven't subbed up already, do that now. Turn on that notification bell. Have a great new Comic Book Day, guys. Make sure you stay on that budget. As always in these, until next time.